background upgraded and all. Look at
Where the money reside? Where the money reside? Where the money reside?
you. Background all fly now.
Yes, I had to get a new background for the new year. A few of
What you on a green screen or just a solid wall?
them. No, I'm on this green screen. That yeah, I'm on this screen on this little green screen here. I have to laugh at it because it has what's that thing? My son has a Zumba. I'm sorry, a Roomba, and every now and then it'll snag it'll get behind it and eat it up. And I'll be sitting there like, this can't be happening right now. So it pulls it. It's not like the one I have down in Florida, but the one in Florida, my connection is not as good as there. So I don't tape as much.
Gotcha.
It's like the beach does not allow for you to want to do no work.
I'm
So,
I'm gonna pull. I'm gonna try to not try, but wanted to see who was early and gonna be my guest on the screen as I present today. So
well, I see we have four people here. So I don't know if any of them want to raise their hand and be a, help you out.
yeah,
Good afternoon, Keith, and Shay, and Tamika and Valerie. So I was here a whole hour early.
made me nervous. You know, I'd be
I'm
on.
like, I'm like,
Yeah,
where's everybody at? Well, there were other people here. And I was like, oh, okay. So we started at one today, but like I told you, my time is all messed up. And it doesn't help when I'm in go mode. And when I'm in extra go mode, then I am working and playing all at the same time. So we hung out, meaning my husband and I, we stayed out until 6 this morning. And so,
wow, wow.
yeah, we go hard at work. And then when it's time to get up and get stuff done, but like my husband will go to sleep like 2, 3 hours. Like he's at a property. He was at a property before I think it was 9 a.m. or something like that. So, you know,
Go go go.
we go, go, go. And so I'm like, the sun is out. I'm like, wait a minute. So I'm getting everything together and I'm ready to go. And I'm like, well, where's JaVaughn? I just spoke to him. I'm like, he sent me the PowerPoint. Everything
I
was
was ready.
cool.
I was up. I'm on it. He was like, and then something told me grab my phone. It was like, I'm here. I'm like, well, you ain't supposed to be here. I,
uh,
but that was the nervousness even at teach at the beach, and I'm looking at my phone because my phone didn't click over to Central Time until the day of it. So I'm constantly at this
oh.
villa doing math, and I'm looking like which time I cannot be late, can't be late, and ended up still almost being late.
And
So
see, it's crazy for me because in Panama City Beach, the time zone is central. So
yep,
I'm, even and so people are like, you're in Florida, you're to Eastern. I'm like, not
yeah,
the area of Panama City Beach. Where Panama City Beach is, that's central time zone. So me in Missouri and me in Panama City Beach, I'm always on central. But then if I'm talking to someone, I'm like, yeah, I'm in Florida. They'll put in their head that I'm on the East Coast
East Coast,
time. And then it's always a battle. And that's
yep,
why, I'm at a point now. I'm like, if y'all don't get something on the schedule with Carmine, then it doesn't really exist in
doesn't
my
exist.
head,
It don't work. It don't exist.
because she'll come and she'll be like, you have a meeting, you have this, you have that. And now I have another babysitter,
Yeah, I saw.
Kalia, who starts tomorrow morning. And so I'll have two babysitters. I'm down one. I'm still down one or two maybe, but I still need one full time. I have a part time, but I have to get her trained a little more. But yeah. So if you know any other folks who want to join this crazy real estate life that I got going on, because I need somebody who, if they have any development background, would be great because I have like six developments happening all at the same time. And of course, all the coaching things, but that's why I don't coach um, all year long. It's like those periods of time
Wow.
that I have to do the one-on-one coaching. So, yeah, and we start our investment mentorship program this week, and so that's going to be fun. But there was no way I could do that if I didn't have Kalia,
Oh, yeah, definitely.
on there. And she's the main reason I'm doing it now is because that's how she reached out. Is because she wanted the mentorship. And I'm like, I don't mentor. I only mentor my agents. I don't mentor other people because it is time consuming. It's a lot of work that you have to do, you know, because I'm also going to be that accountability person because at the end, I'm like, did we get a property? We need a property. You need a property. This is not just for you to learn. You need to be
Be active.
and you need to be moving someplace. So I'm looking at where I'm not gonna have no one say, "Oh, she mentored me and I didn't do anything." No,
Ooh.
no, 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 no.
We gotta find. We got Gerald out there, Jasmine. We need just one lucky guess. Who's out there that could just click the raise my hand button and hop in, and I can. It just makes it easy, so I'm not looking at myself as I share with all of you guys. Makes
What
it a
is
little
it you
fun.
need? A
Just like,
volunteer to
yeah,
do what?
volunteer. Just a
That's
nice.
why they're not raising their hand. You're not being specific. To do
I
what?
said, up. Jasmine's a volunteer. Thank you, Jasmine.
I'm sitting there too. I'd be like, to do what? Do I gotta turn on my screen? What do I have
Yeah,
to do?
turn on screen, turn on your voice.
Does
Yeah,
she have to do that?
yeah.
'Cause, sometimes people show up like you show up and you're not camera ready. So I got to know what
You
I'm
can't
raising my hand
raise
for.
your hand if your camera ready. Could be my volunteer. There we go. And so we do have a share screen access. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll get it to you. Let me see.
Hi, Jasmine. Thank.
How you doing?
Good, good.
Hey, Jasmine,
Hey, Tamika. Hey,
how,
Auntie.
how you doing?
I'm doing great. Oh, goodness.
Making you fancy
Hmm.
with the Zoom. I didn't know you can keep someone as an attendee and can go ahead.
You couldn't do what?
I didn't know you can keep someone as an attendee and speak.
Oh, yeah. Well, you are a panelist, so you shouldn't have a problem sharing your screen. But we're at 2 o'clock, so I am going to welcome everybody. And so, good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. It is a brand new year, and we are starting off our Sunday school series. So, I'm excited about that because our Sunday school series, you guys all know, this is the time that we give and we have our speakers come in and they give of their time and all of those kind of great things. This is free. So this is why I always tell people go get your friends and let them know when you see a speaker or something like that who's coming and giving of their time on a Sunday to kind of get you guys what information that you're asking for and things like that. So I don't want to hold up a whole bunch of time, but I do want a couple of things because JaVaughn is going to talk to you about debt free life and all of those particular pieces. And some of you have already met him at Teach at the Beach. You've met him within the Women Investment Network group and things like that. He's in there. He's probably the only, yeah, he is the only guy in that Women Investment Network group. He's in Be Niched and all of those kind of things. So, guys, as you guys are coming in, just get your questions out there, start writing them down and all that kind of stuff. He is going to take you through a PowerPoint presentation. But I also want the people who are here because we have all kinds of people here, JaVaughn. We've got investors, we've got real estate agents, we've got people who are looking at their businesses differently. And I want you guys to dig deeper, not just into the presentation of what this will mean for your life, but thinking about what this may mean for someone else's life. And also, as a particular niche, JaVaughn has niched. Okay, guys, he has niched this part of the business for his insurance business. And I didn't meet him in insurance. I met him from the real estate sales side. And then he decided, hey, I'm going to go to this insurance side and make that my niche. And not only did he say, I'm going to do life insurance thing, he went deeper into a niche. So I want you guys to be looking at that as you are listening to him and also thinking about your businesses and how you can sometimes it's time to let a business go that you thought you were going into when you find something else, not necessarily trying to do all four of them, right? It was like, if I'm going to go up, I need to not do this and put all of my energies into here because what you have built since I've met you, when you got into this, you had no staff. Now, teams and people
Yep.
all over the country because you weren't trying to do five and six and seven things. You said, I'm going to focus on this and do this and be the best at this.
Correct.
And so I'm going to let you take it away from here because y'all can already tell I'm on level 20 and I'm ready to go, go, go.
Oh yeah, but I definitely got to give you credit to me because I promise you, I got shiny penny syndrome like everybody else, and every single time, it was like, oh, I like that, oh, I like that. But this right here, this debt-free life world, tax-free retirement world, that world, like you always said, be niche, stay in your lane, but create that own lane that they can remember you about by. And this right here attracted me because when I found out that this is really, I think you create a hashtag do what the wealthy do. See, this was that hashtag do what the wealthy do. And when that secret got revealed to me, all I wanted to do was scream it from the mountaintop. And a lot of agents don't want to do it. It takes a little bit more time, more educating, but I feel like we have it simplified, and I've done so many of them and seen it impact not only my life, but so many others that I've helped over the few years of doing it in this niche that is amazing. So want to hop in there, introduce myself. My name is JaVaughn Spencer. I'm the agency owner of the Spencer Agency with Symmetry Financial Group. Been in insurance for going on 4 years, but really carved out this niche to really go full throttle with it and showing people how to do two things at once that really you never put the two together. And that's eliminating debt and creating a tax-free retirement using what I like to call cash flow insurance. So I want to hop in there, share my screen, and
And I'm going to go to the
go to the
black
back.
and to the back.
Go to the back.
I'm
Yeah.
going to go to the back so that folks can focus on you and this presentation. And I'm going to keep my headset on or something while I go to the
Absolutely.
back. So guys, make sure you put your Q&A in there.
Yep. And I'm gonna
Um,
do it for sure.
and JaVaughn, if you need any assistance,
Nope.
just holla.
I'm gonna just hop in and I'm just gonna click press clear, share the yep.
Because
You
right
can
now
make
I've got
it.
20 things going on in my brain too. Because we've been buying property in the Dominican Republic. And
Right.
so that's like sitting on my desk because I'm trying to beat out somebody before Monday
So
morning.
you go do, but
So I secure.
make me host real quick, and so I can share my screen. And
Alrighty.
if I need help, I would go ahead and tap you. But I believe me and Jasmine got it.
Okay. Jasmine, good luck. And we have about 30 people online today.
Awesome.
So we are good there. And you guys let me know if you need anything else because Carmine is working in our groups, not on this today. So I'm all you got.
And if for any reason my screen blacks out or anything, please, I'll be right back. It just Zoom does that a few times, but let's get started. Debt free life. Reason I call it debt free life is really not expecting many people to have debt. A lot of us do. I say us because I'm gonna be the first one to raise my hand. But really, that's just the flagship program. That's what it's called. But this works great if you don't have debt. Actually, it works even better if you don't have debt. Works quicker as well. So if you don't have debt, um, that's fine as well. So, Jasmine, you ready? My
I'm
question,
ready.
you ready? Are you 100% confident in your current retirement plan?
Oh, you want me to answer that? No, no, not at all.
Oh, and me neither. So
Yeah, not at all.
what if I could what if it was a way I could show you how to eliminate your debt in 9 years or less without spending any additional money? What would be your first inkling for that?
Oh, you have my undivided attention at
Unvi-
that point.
Perfect. Well, we're going to teach you how to reduce, with debt free life. We're going to teach you how to reduce the amount of interest paying out to lenders, erase your debt in 9 years or less. And understand when I'm saying erase, I'm not talking about credit, trade lines. I'm talking about truly paying off the debt in record time. Okay, decreasing taxes, improving cash flow, but bigger than anything, the one thing that no one can duplicate is also retiring with that tax favored income. All right.
Mhm.
I want to share with you, it's not something that's brand new, started in 2020, 2021. It's nothing that's brand new. People, they've been doing this for years. Okay. Walt Disney used, when turned down from traditional financing, used the cash value in their life insurances to start their empires. Okay. So I always want to start off where, this is not something that, we just came out the woodwork and said we're the first ones to do anything like that. It's been being done all around us for years. Okay. It's just for some reason with life insurance, we've been stuck in just the death benefit portion. I'm paying for death, right? It's way bigger than that. And these special plans are used for that. Okay. I'm just gonna go through. Uh ever played the game of life, Jasmine? Ever heard of it?
Yes, I have.
All right. Well,
Yes.
this is going to be our typical game of life. All right. The life of an average American. Let's say you just turned 18, just got those offers in the mail and they said, hey, how do you get into credit bureau? What's the first thing that they typically say it takes for you to get a credit score right about now as the average American? What's that first thing, first piece of advice you usually get to be in a credit bureau?
Technically, it's credit card.
Yep. First thing they tell you to get in the credit bureau, got to get that credit card, right? So now I have that credit card. I'm doing good. My little $300 limit, right? Got my $300 limit, paying that well, and now I see a commercial for the dealership saying, 700, 720 beacon, no money down. So now I go to that lot. They got me done with no money down, and then I picked up some more debt at the dealership, right? That typically happens. Then now I'm going off to college, right? Not if I didn't get a scholarship, might picked up some student loan debt along the way, but now I graduated, so I'm established, right? I graduate college, right? Graduated college. I can't pull up to the same, with the same car that I had when I went to college, so I need to trade out of that. Might have some more debt on top of that, but now I'm graduate. I need to have a home, right? Great thing to have. That's that American dream. Now I'm a homeowner. Picked up a little bit more debt there and might charge a credit card or two to go on vacation and then cycle, repeat, rinse, repeat. Sound familiar at all?
Very.
Right. And there's nothing bad with none of this. And I just want to make sure none of debt is not bad. It has to happen in most instances, but we're just going to show you how to pay it more efficiently and how to get ahead of it and not feel trapped with it so that you can not prolong retirement or pay it off at the same time as having your growing retirement. So most of the time that is the life of the average American. Debt, congratulations, congratulations and debt. And then we get to the end and wonder what happened. Real quick, just these statistics are pre-COVID. Okay, this is before the deficit, before the stimulus plans, before any of that. This is what the national debt statistics look like, totaling 13.6 trillion in debt. So this was even more of a reason why I focused on this niche because we know debt is a problem. All right, we know that getting ahead of it is just it's just unheard of. How do I get out of it? And I'm going to show you. But just wanted to see if this is normal, right? That using the statistics, the average household of debt is right around 250,000. Okay, now with 23% of every dollar being for lifestyle, we have 40% going to taxes. That's state tax, income tax, property tax, tax. All right. Now we have close to 34% going to out towards interest, and if we're lucky, if we're really lucky and really disciplined, right around 3% of our income gets tucked away for savings. All right. Well, what we do is show you how to use the Debt Free Life program where you increase your spending for lifestyle, right? It's not the rice and beans program where I have to change my lifestyle, can't go out for years to tackle debt. No, that's not at all what this is. This is showing you how to reduce the amount you're paying in taxes, reduce the amount that's going to interest that you'll never get back anyway. You're never going to get that money back at all, and put it more towards your lifestyle and your savings. Okay. Using that 3%, we feel this the statistics show that by the age of 65, and I know not you guys in this group because income is just always a lot higher, but the average American household will have made between $2 million in their lifetime from starting working age to age 65. But when we use that 3% savings, some, if they're lucky, are able to have $60,000 by retirement. Now, does that fit as the American dream for you, Miss Jasmine, if that was your situation?
Absolutely not.
And this is what I see over and over. This retirement funds, that retirement amount really dictates when someone feels they will have the amount of money to retire, right? That dictates their retirement age, right? Um, I bring up Albert Einstein, bringing up power of compound interest. Compound interest is the eighth wonder of the world. He who understands it earns it. He who doesn't pays it. And this is what makes it so fascinating. And Ms. Jasmine, if I give you the choice, would you rather now take your investment mind out? Because I know in the investment group, I say 1 million today or a
Oh
penny
yeah.
double, right? And everybody's like, I know I got 5 properties I could do with that million. So just
Absolutely.
take the investment mind out, right? And let's just go regular smuggler. Would you choose 1 million today or a penny doubled every day for 30 years? Excuse me, for 30 days. Every day for 30 days. What would you have? What would you rather select? $1 million today or a penny doubled every day for 30 days?
Honestly, I probably would still choose the 1 million today.
Still choose 1 million. And I
Um,
definitely, well, let me show you the power of compound interest, right? A penny doubled every day. So day one, 2 cent, 4, 8, 16, real small. Now you got that million. That million is still clearly holding strong. If you chose that penny doubled every day, you'd probably be upset right about now on day 10, right?
right.
Well, day 11, 20, $20. By day 20, we up to $10,000. Well, here's what that compound interest does because it's just doubling. Every single day it doubles. Well, by day 27, you have surpassed that million
This is
strictly by
awesome.
compound interest. Day 30, you're at over $10 million. And this is that power of compound interest. And I bring that up because these plans are the reason they grow so fast is because they're guaranteed with compound interest. And this is why nothing can beat this. The contract is based with compound interest. But just to give you a simple example of a penny doubled in 30 days reaches over $10 million. And I didn't know that. until I understood the power of it. Part two, what we focus on really quickly is debt. Minimize debt to create wealth. And this is where I just get completely transparent with you guys and show you my debt free life story, because this is when it clicked for me, right? And looking at someone else's numbers and all that, it's fun. It took me even 3 months from even knowing how the program works, trusting that it worked, seeing people and lives impacted by it. But I didn't understand the numbers until I saw my numbers. Okay, so I'm just going to be transparent to share with you what I looked at walking into this and how it affected and helped turn around everything for my wife and I. So this was our debt plan. First thing we know is, in order to create wealth, we can't, the debt is drag win, right? It don't matter. We can do, $50 a month to our savings account only because we're paying out so much towards our debt. But if that debt wasn't there, Miss Jasmine, do you feel that if debt wasn't there, we can contribute more to savings?
Absolutely, yes.
So that's the first thing we focus on. How do I focus on creating wealth faster? And the answer is work on the debt at the same time. So this is my plan. All right. I had every credit card that came through the mail. If they said I should have it, I signed up for it and thought it was mine. Right. And what that looked like was including my home. And I know you guys might not have nowhere near amount of debt as this, but I really wanted to show you the impact it can have. Uh, Bottom line, 263,000 with an average rate of 20%, and in just this, $2,300 going out. Okay, and what this did was want to look at total debt. That 263,000 would be the total amount if I stroke a check. But what is not in there? But what is not in there are the interest, scheduled interest payments, which means the amount that's coming out the bank account is $422,000. That's why when you pay an extra $50, I would pay an extra 100. It looked like it went nowhere because so much was attached towards the interest. Okay. Well, what this plan was able to do was take off paying everything off from 25.8 years down to 10 and a half years. Why 10 and a half? Because I wanted to breathe. I still, we will look at how it would work for you, but I just didn't want to be so aggressive because still, even when I saw it, I was like, so 10 and a half years, but better than anything, close to $70,000 in interest saved and still having everything. Okay. And how that looks, the debt free life plan shows you exactly when you're paying off everything up front. That's the guaranteed portion. It tells you when your stuff will be paid off and what that looks like for the future. So this date, the first month paid off this credit card. All right, second month, all the way down till I know when the summer my youngest son graduates high school, the house will be paid off in full, all the way down to timeshares and auto loans, student loans, everything. Okay. But what that did bigger than anything that I'm even more excited about is as I'm knocking out debt and redirecting funds into my plan, this is what retirement looks like for just this wheel spoke. It have nothing to do with the agency, nothing to do with investments, anything else. Just I know at worst case scenario, my debt would be paid off in 10 and a half years. And if I follow the same plan at retirement age, I have over $800,000 that I can access tax free with no penalties and no fees and at any time that I want. And no one can tell me anything. The stock market could fall out the sky, all I care, because this is nothing attached to the stock market, which makes it guaranteed and the actual best vehicle with creating wealth. So benefits of the program, peace of mind. I know if nothing happens and I just follow this, I'm at least okay. I'm not going to be dependent on the government for everything. Okay. Maximize cash flow, getting out of debt in less than 9 years because you still can with other things that we do in combination with this, and dramatically increase savings. But bigger than anything, Ms. Jasmine, is not being being able to retire with that tax-free income is just beyond me, because most people's retirement are attached to tax qualified accounts where they're still going to be taxed when they retire. And they're going to wait till the age of 65 or plus to touch those retirement accounts. And that's when the aha comes in. I wanted to also share debt free life for students, because I run across a lot of students that just have student loans, and that's already making them stressed out. Okay. Well, I help a lot of students with their student loans and small debts. So this one is an example of one that we helped. She had $8,000 on a credit card, just the auto loan. So less than $100,000 in debt. 80,000 in student loans at 2%, right? Total debt 98,005, but her real debt was over $121,000. By focusing on a debt-free life plan, was able to take that from 24 years down to less than 9 years, saving $10,000 in interest, right under $10,000 in interest. Okay, and showing exactly her payoff dates when the credit cards are done, because it's guaranteed. Okay, so it's no surprises. It is actually like a congratulations celebration. So when that month comes, you already know what's going to happen. Okay, you already know what's going to be. What you're working towards is not putting money in an envelope underneath the mattress. The problem with that is compound interest doesn't touch those envelopes. Compound interest touch these plans. And with her instance, by following that same plan, getting out of debt at the time of retirement age of 65, she will still have 656,000 tax free, no penalties and no fees. And what that looks like, 656,000 untaxed. Ms. Jasmine, what's a guess for you what that would mean in tax money? How much money tax does it you need to have gross in order to net out 656,000?
Um, this is 30%.
I'm gonna just go with
It would have
double.
to be between 900,000 and a million, right?
I would definitely say that. Yep, I would think close to double, depending on which tax bracket you're in when you get there.
Right.
What we see, what happens with most seniors is they lose their deductions when they get to that age. Their home is paid for, so they don't get that mortgage deduction. Kids out the house, they're not no child income credit. So now they're thinking, oh, I'm older, be making less, but now you have no deductions to base off of. And this is one of my favorite, and why I get so passionate, because when businesses, oh my goodness, the business solutions, um, the business owners that are uh, constantly, you need this to grow your business. You need capital. You need, lines of credit, things of that. Well, what happens if you become your own line of credit, especially with investors? What happens if you can finance your own deals based off the money that you have in your debt-free life policy, uh, that you can access without questions asked? So this is a business owner that we've helped. Bottom line, close to 1.8 million on the balance sheet, but it's not even bad. That's what it took. It was a construction crew. That's what it took to continue with business. They had vehicles, lines of credits, equipment loans, uh, right at 13,000 in monthly payments. It's not bad at all. But what we were able to do was make him more liquid. So if he decided to sell the business, decided to pass it down, you're not passing down the debt with it. But what we were able to help them with, 1.8 million in total debt, but with the scheduled interest payments, it was closer to 2.6 million with interest and all the other stuff. Okay. But what we were able to do was take it from 25 years doing it the way they were going to do it, to running it through a debt-free life plan, reducing everything down to right under 9 years, saving $360,000 and just interest alone. And just interest, not even the other opportunities that they were able to capture by being more liquid, by just the interest. So again, showing the dates, right? First, right then and there. And that's the beauty part of everything, is knowing that, hey, let me look at my sheet because I know I should be paying off something this month. Or put it on the phone, put it on the calendar. We got it on our mirror. This month, oh, we're paying this credit card off. And it's just frees up everything. So, and that business owner walked out, and most business owners don't have that retirement, right? But now you're getting an opportunity to pay off the business debt and run it through your policy. And they ended up doing the same exact thing they were doing, over $7 million for retirement, just by running the business expenses and paying off the debt first through their plan. So how does debt-free life work? You ready, Ms. Jan? You ready?
I'm ready.
Ready. This is how it works. All right. Here's an example how the wealthy leverage their resources. So we got $20,000. Everybody said cash is king, right? We agree to that? Cash is king?
Y- Yes and no.
You
Yes
think
and
yes
no.
or no? Okay, I like that because I'm a yes or no as well. Cash is king when negotiating, but so let's see how we have 20,000 to spend on the car. Option A, cash is king way. You pay 20,000 for the car, you get the car. Pretty safe to say that's the normal way of when cash is king.
Right.
20,000 gone, but I got the depreciating asset. I got the car. Okay, right. Option B, I put that $20,000 in a 4% CD. Now, do you know any place that's giving a 4% on a CD right now?
Mm, I personally haven't seen that.
Okay. Well, I'm going to tell you that if you get 1%, you'll be lucky. Around a quarter of a percent, maybe 50%. Some credit unions might touch one, but 4% is absurd, unheard of. Okay, so no one's doing 4% on the CD. All right, but if you put that $20,000 in your bank, which is giving you a 4% compound interest growth, and then you borrow $20,000 at 5% for the car. Okay. One's compound interest, one's simple interest. And let's see how that pans out for those out there that love numbers, because I love numbers. All right. Now, remember when we were looking at the compound interest, and every time the penny double, it was taking that doubling off that bottom line, right? Went from 2 cents to 4 cents, all right? Well, that's what the CD does. You're earning 4% on the balance. So 20,000 earns $799. Well, now you next year 4% is earned off the 20,799, which makes you earn $832 in interest, and so on and so forth. So that $20,000 has grown in 5 years to $4,333. But on the other hand, we took out that $20,000 to a loan for a 5%. So even with the interest that I'm paying on this side, I still made $1,687 just by redirecting the funds, because I'm letting the interest grow faster than the interest that I'm paying out at the same exact time. Okay. And I got more illustrations, but how would you feel to get the same car, spend the same 20,000, but instead at the end you walked away with $1,600 more and the car, than just walking away with the car, no extra earned money?
Hmm.
So option A, we paid 20,000 for the car. After 5 years, you got the car, $0 from principal. But option B, you put 20,000 in that 4% CD and borrowed 20,000 back from yourself. And now at the end, you have an additional $1,600 and the car. So what's the financial product that we use for it? Well, in order for it to be as like guaranteed, no ifs, ands, or buts about it, we needed a few things. We needed guaranteed growth. We needed access to cash with no penalties or fees. Flexible with the contributions because life happens, right? Life happens. I can't say I want to contribute to something, like for the rest of my life, and pandemics occur, right? And I need to maximize my resources. So we looked at it, said I can do the same thing in my savings account. No, I can't. Savings accounts are not going to grow. The CD doesn't have the flexibility. When I put it into a bank, if I need to take it out premature a little earlier, they're going to hit me with all types of fees and penalties. The stock market does not guarantee the growth, and investments, you risk losing it. So that's the one thing about this is there's no way to lose your money. Okay, there's no risk of loss. That's what makes it the safest vehicle and how you can guarantee the dates for the money growth. And what are we using? A cash building life insurance plan. Okay, not your traditional one, where you contribute over the years and you continue to pay. But what happens to the cash value and death benefit? It goes down. Not those. Those are the ones that that's the ones we only hear about. Okay. The more I pay, the older I get, the less the value is. And now I'm stuck at the end of life trying to figure out how did I end up with this product? No, this is a different product. This is specialized just specifically for these type of plans, and so you contribute less over the years. But what happens is your cash value and death benefit completely increases while you get older. Okay. So how we do it? So we want to break it down. So we just use this example as a $10,000 specialized plan. Okay. And let's say you need $1,000. So your death benefit is used as collateral. Okay. So your cash value is your credit limit. So if you put in $10,000, well, guess how much you can use as your credit limit, Jasmine?
Would it still be the same 10,000?
It would be the same 10,000. That's your credit limit. And right, the policy is still earning compound interest on all $10,000, even though you need that 1,000. So you took that money right back out and you're using that 1,000, right? You're still using it outside the policy, but your money is still stayed in the policy, earning all that compound interest as if it never left. This is how you're able to use your dollars twice. Every dollar twice. One is earning interest for the future, and one you're using outside the policy to pay off debt or finance purchases or buy another property or be a hard money lender for someone else's property. Whatever you need it for is none of their business, none of my business. But as you take that money out your policy, your money is inside of it earning interest. We say it's better than a loan because it's already your money. So better than a savings account because you're earning interest on that entire principal, even when you're using it. So you want to pay off $5,000 off in debt. What's the smartest way possible? The smartest way possible. We've seen people want to pay cash on that debt. Get a second job, long hours, make sacrifices, eat rice and beans, whatever these gurus out here are saying. Or plan B, you get that 5,000 from your debt-free life bank, borrow it, and combine it with a debt-free snowball because your policy is building compounding interest. So after that first year, you paid off the debt. You ever paid off some debt, Miss Jasmine, and they told you you earned some interest for doing so? Just
Yeah.
curious. You know? Yeah, they typically don't do that. They just take that and move on, right? But if you do it through your plan, you pay off the debt, but your 5,000 is still in your plan, earning interest. So even when you borrow it from yourself, you earned an additional $421 in the process because the insurance company is paying you interest earned on your money. So I bring this your decision, all right? For over the past 3 years, we were able to impact and save just on the interest over 171 million and that number greatly increased as of recently because what we found was so many uh, people didn't understand that their money in their 401ks just had yet to be taxed. It's an ease for them to contribute to it, but it's so not the most favorable when it's time to retire. And bigger than anything, what we're here to talk about that 1.4 billion projected increase in retirement. Why? Because just like you said earlier, was Jasmine, if they had $600,000 tax free, well, that it really taxed is closer to nine to one, $1 million that they have to earn just to give Uncle Sam that $300,000 tax bill. How are we on time? Oh, pretty good. All right. So I created a link and I posted it on the page for us to, if you would like to see your numbers, how would this work for you? I know every situation is so different. I know some people don't have debt, some people have businesses, some people like to just look at the tax growth for retirement away from everything. To schedule that one-on-one consultation is free, and just this is the link, or if you want to save my number and just text me debt free life and we can schedule a one-on-one call as well. I'm definitely open the calendar. I set a specific calendar for the Women Investment Network. um, but yeah, and I'm going to hop into the Q&As too. And Ms. Jasmine, please unmute if you have any questions. I get you first.
Okay, so actually I do. Is this similar to the IUL?
It's, oh, let me press exit. It's really close to the IUL,
Okay.
very extremely close. The and IUL is a great product. The only thing with the IUL is it has the opportunity to not earn. Okay. So the IUL, and that's for you guys at Index Universal Life, which is
Mhm.
something I offer as well. But it's two things that the IUL doesn't allow you to do, and that's to day one uh, go into that account without penalty, right? There has to be about a 15-year time period for you to to use that money. So that's one thing. And the other thing is that you have to it's the risk of loss. There's no risk of loss, but you cannot earn. So if it's zero is your floor, right? Where it could be a year where the S&P doesn't perform, and yes, the IUL doesn't lose money, but the IUL doesn't earn money as well. Where this is guaranteed, doesn't matter what the stock market is doing, you can access day one, and you can, and it's always a contract for the 4% growth.
Okay, I understand now.
So yeah, I bring up the IUL. It's really tough for me to bring up the IUL when I have this product, but IUL is great if someone has this product and have additional money and would like to put it strictly for that 15-year down the line window, like just out of sight, out of mind. But then I still would use this program. So the IUL is tough because that's still that risk of not earning versus a guaranteed earning, um, is really tough. Um,
Okay.
all right. So, Mr. Barbara, as an investor, hard money lending, how to do this as a nonprofit. Um, yeah, the beautiful part about this is that it doesn't matter what you need it for. So, say you wanted to be your hard money lender. You can just grow the money through the business or how you want to, and there's no questions asked when you access it. There's no money asked. I'm sorry. There's no money. There's no questions asked when you want to access your money. So you can use it, grow it in the plan, and use it for the nonprofits or use it to be a hard money lender. What I definitely recommend because you can set your own rates and earn money while your money's still out there. Um, what insurance companies do you use to set the policies? Are they mutual companies? There's really three companies that's in this space: um, Foresters, Mutual Trust, and Lafayette Life. They're the three that been in the space for over 100 years, uh, and specifically like own that. That's their niche. Um, that's their niche. It's not your regular insurance companies. How is the how is this product guaranteed to earn? Because of the product is guaranteed to earn because of the contract of earning 4% uh, compound interest. So that's the contract. That's not a guesstimate. That's just what it does. So uh, as you fund it, your let's see how to say it. So I'm going to show you an illustration. But when you do your consultation, I show you your numbers. I can show you the part of the policy that's growing to have your guaranteed earnings. It's really hard to without looking at your specific one, your specific plan. But it's guaranteed to earn because that's in the contract. It's not attached to any markets or anything like that. And I think that's the same question with Miss Carmen. How
JaVaughn, have you put your contact information in the chat section, or was it only on your
yeah,
PowerPoint?
I put it on the Facebook, and I'll throw it here real
Okay, it's cool if it's in Facebook because that's where most people connected, but I'm not sure that everybody who's here came in through just Facebook.
quick. Gotcha.
So want to
Yeah.
make sure they have that information there because as you stated, this is very specific to each individual and your family and your own business. So we could be here going through a bunch of different scenarios
Right.
that won't really
That would
it's
confuse you, and I'm not trying to omit any answers. It's just I want to be careful that we don't mix it because it can be
yeah,
mixed.
it's and it's supposed to be, that's the good thing about when you're putting any business plan or anything together, your own blueprint is why I always tell folks your blueprint shouldn't look like someone else's blueprint, right? It's like you are a separate entity. And when you add on your family's income and your family's debt and how many businesses are included in that and everything else, it's all going to be different.
I
So,
do want to share this though that is really unique to what we started doing even as of recent, and what that is most businesses that have those quarterly taxes that they have to pay for whatever reason. What we've have are business owners that are using their plans to get that money out their own plan so that they're earning interest on the money they got to pay Uncle Sam anyway. So it's even using money that they're right then and there being they have to pay anyway, but earning interest on it because anything that runs through your own plan is earning that interest. So imagine a tax bill that you're going to have anyway. We want you to pay it, but pay it and then earn interest on it. So they're definitely getting creative with that as well. So
cool.
please book on the one on one. I'm gonna hop on Facebook to have a questionnaire.
Well, Jovan, we thank you again for sharing of your time. Again, we always appreciate you coming and definitely working around our schedule and doing these on Sundays because we know that takes away from people and sometimes their family time and what they've got going on. So, again, we really do appreciate you coming because there are so many people who want to start doing more and getting more involved in their funds and their money and investing, and folks are have debt, and some folks won't go invest until they clear up debt or have a plan for clearing up debt. So having someone that I guys trust, and you guys know I'm not going to put anybody in front of you that I would not use or work with myself or that I would have my kids work with. So again, thank you so much. And you guys can connect with JaVaughn on all of these platforms. He's everywhere where you probably entered. And again, thank you so much. And I'll talk to you soon. Have a good one, guys. Thank you.
Thank you, Tamika.